Don't play stupid. Where's the outlaw camp?
Outlaws? Don't know anything about outlaws.
I've heard enough.
Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix and welcome to the quick hit of Rollers of the Realm. For anybody who doesn't know, quick hit is a type of video where I make my very first impressions on the game in the first couple of hours to give people an indication of is the game worth getting or not. Again, very first impressions, but to try to get an idea out there before somebody goes and purchases a possibly bad product or maybe make them possibly purchase a good product. In this case, I think it's purchasing a good product, and I'll get into the aspects of that. First of all, it is an RPG pinball game. Yeah, you heard me right, an RPG pinball game. A little bit strange, isn't it? A mixed match of two genres, however, it definitely works. So what is the RPG element? Well, you'll notice here that I have party members on the right-hand side of my screen. So I have, for each party member, they have their own stats, but not only that, they have their own pinball. For example, here's my knight. The ball is huge, and it has its own, it gains momentum differently than all the other balls. Meanwhile, the healer, if I can change it here, is a small ball, very light, and goes around the, able to maybe fit into tighter spaces like that log up there. Now, balls that I lose, I lost my thief earlier on, I can revive them with the mana bar. The mana bar is gotten mana through by hitting objects within the environment. So like that fire, I hit it and I gain mana. Mana can also be used to make abilities. The thief's ability is to call on her companion dog, which is a multi-ball situation. So now I have multi-ball to deal even more damage to the enemy. There we go. So each character also has a unique set of skills, not Liam Neeson, that they use to attack or defend against enemies. For example, the thief does very well, if I can do it. No, that was obviously from the front. She's a backstabber. So if you hit the enemy from the back, she'll do a lot more damage. In terms of that, you saw 23 damage. She would usually hit around 80, so you want to hit the back in terms of the thief.
Families are there.
Now, very simple in terms of the pinball mechanics. However, there's a lot of detail under the hood here. Now, I just got a new character. This is the Hunter. So you see here, he has a set of stats. So for example, his agility is medium maneuverability. Now, I'll show you what the agility does in a bit. His passive ability is that he's a bowsman. He can do a ranged attack, so I'm assuming that he'll attack when he's near an enemy. His melee is low. If I hit an enemy directly, it's not going to do much. And my defense is average, so I believe that means that the size of the ball will be medium, and in terms of that, it will fly around not that much. Alright, so I got to get to the next section here, and I need to go to over those arrows, so... Oopsies. I have my dog here. My dog's gonna go up there, but that's not gonna make a difference. So I need to make my way up there. Okay, so made it to the next section here. Now you see I did some damage to those guys, doing a lot more damage from the back. Agility. You'll notice these arrows on the left and right hand side here. So I can move with my left stick the ability to move the ball left and right. Now, I got an agility orb, and thus, with the agility orb, I can move really a lot. Especially with the thief. So, a character like, let's say, the knight doesn't have high agility, you won't be able to use that movement very well. But with the thief, obviously, I have a lot of agility, and thus, let's go call a dog here. I'll be able to really use that to my advantage. Now, you'll notice, let's stop for a second here. You'll notice my flipper. It's taking a little bit of damage. You see that green health bar. Well, the enemy can attack the flippers. And as they attack the flippers, they degrade. Well, that's what the healer's for. So the healer can actually regain the health of your flippers, and thus now they're full. So, cool. Let's play as the Hunter, because I haven't played as the Hunter yet. Well, I'm playing as the Knight first because I can only change when I've done this. And okay, so I got my Ranger here. I'm gonna activate his Falcon ability. I don't know what it does yet.
This is a turkey shoot.
Oh, it looks like another multi-ball? Ooh, interesting. A couple of them. Seems very useful. All right, cool. So, what other elements are there in RPG? Well, each character you can you get golden experience. You see it on the left-hand side there. As I get golden experience, I can obviously level up in terms of experience. In terms of like stats on the character, it doesn't do much, but it opens up a whole new set of items for you to get. These items can enhance your abilities or make you stronger. For example, I got a knife that was able to up the backstab damage of my thief. So it adds an element of those item swaps that you would especially see from RPGs. Now, why is this game good? Well, first of all, I mean, in terms of uniqueness, there is some games I think that may have done this before, but it's been a while since then, and I know I haven't heard of one lately on that. 2, it gives you just enough control to get to your items, like with the ability to move around the ball with the left or right stick, while still being, you know, enough random where you need a little bit of skill in order to do it. Come on, can I get it up over there? Let's see. I want to get over to the right side here. There we go. There we go. So this is a multi-section one.
I can clear it away if you like.
Oh, the Hunter Bow is used for clearing vermin. Okay, so that's his ability. So those vermin usually, for a regular character, I'm not gonna stress yet, would take away my mana, and obviously leave me with some problems. Let's try to get that key. I want that key. You're forcing me over by the river. Okay. Darn. How do I get over there then? Oh, I see. Well, let's just go to the next level. So, here's the overworld. I can go through, there's some optional paths and things like that. I can go to the port, and the port allows me to either purchase new items or maybe a hired hand, a new party member. I'm actually shop for the hunter. So, the hunter, oopsies, I accidentally switched to somebody else. So, like, for example, I can buy a sharpening stone. Does more melee damage, rain damage, critical hit chance, rear attack damage multiplier, so it enhances his stats on the left-hand side here. Or I may want to buy a, let's see, let's look at, what about that falcon? Negative 100 mana cost for the falcon special, so it's easier for me to use the falcon, plus 2 to falcon damage. Cool. Negative 2 seconds to reload. I think that has to do with the ranged attack. So I can buy these items, and obviously for some of the items, like level 5 required, I need to be a little bit, you know, stronger at this point. I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to go to this next section here. The Outlaw Hideout.
This is the camp. Not sure how they'll...
Alright, so, looks like there's a multiple sections here.
Let fly before they reach the palisade!
Ah, okay, so these are going to be all ranged attacks, and I need to get up to the next...
leader of their pack.
I'll rush the gate.
Those bowmen will feather you like a fat pheasant before you...
Fat pheasant. Okay, so basically what I need to do is get over to the next section of these and kill the appropriate enemies. So, you saw there with the ranger, I didn't actually hit the guy, but I was near it, and thus I was able to deal some damage to him. Now I got to this next section. Can I get over? Yep, I got to even the next section here. So now I can really do some more damage here, and I'm going to change to my knight to do that. So knight is very good at destroying stuff, obviously. He's bigger, stronger, not faster. So I want to use him to sort of clear the way in terms of the enemies. Now I can also... Phew. If you pay attention, you can save yourself from situations like that with just changing around the control, the direction that you're moving at. Now, enemies can fire at you, and obviously they're sort of firing at me to try to knock me into the bottom pit there. So they can actually change your direction, which is a little bit interesting. There we go. So, other than that, is there any downsides to this game? Well, honestly, it's a genre that's obviously not going to work for everybody. It's a pinball game. It's very basic in that sense, but, you know, it is giving it a little bit of a new life. Now, if you don't have really good controls in terms of, you know, timing and everything, this game is going to frustrate you because, obviously, I need to be good at timing here to knock the elements that I need to knock off in order to do damage to them. So, I need to be very careful, just like a regular pinball game, though. So, honestly, if you like pinball, you're gonna like this. And in particular, if you like, physical pinball, like, the old Twilight Zone machines, oh man, they knocked me all the way over to enough that they were able to do damage to me to knock me into that last section, but I was able to get around that. Honestly, the skills are varied enough. Honestly, it's just a fun game that I'm having fun with at this point. So that's pretty much it I can say for the initial first impressions. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you have any more, if you want a little bit more information about the video, or maybe want me to make another video, again, leave a comment down below. This is Dragnix signing out, hoping that you take a look at Rollers of the Realm, because honestly, it's a really good pinball game. See you later.
On my mark.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have a chance, leave some feedback and comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button. This is Dragnix signing off, hoping that gaming brings as much fun to you as it does for me.